So y'all done came back for another dose of my craziness. Well, come on. What's up, sugar? Welcome back. If this is your very first time, my name is Toni. If you have been here before, then you already know you about to get a dose of craziness on today. But today, I thought about it. I was like, I did intentional as, okay? So, why not just go ahead and keep it going? We might as well just jump on in a little dive deep further, okay? So today, we're talking about being delusional as, yes, we're gonna get crazy. The point of being delusional is that you have to play crazy enough in your mind and really begin to believe that it's true in order to bring your dream life into reality, okay? So it's 2023 here soon. People are gearing up for their New Year's resolutions and thinking about everything that they want to, achieve in the year of 2023. So this is the perfect time. And yes, I'm perfect at you. This is the perfect time for you to really sit down, think about how you want your life to look. What is it that you want out of the year of 2023? Be very specific about it, and then start to create that world in your mind. And the key to it is that you have to believe it so much so that it's as if you already see it playing out right now. Even though you don't necessarily see the physical changes just yet, you have to pretty much alter your mind to believe that everything that you want is already there right in front of you. The Oxford definition of delusional says, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held up despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of mental condition. So, when we think about the definition of what delusional is, that whole statement almost contradicts the idea of manifestation. So if you have not already heard, I'm not going to go into it too deeply because this is not a video specifically about manifesting, even though we're talking about it. But manifesting is like attracts like, or the thought process of anything is created in the mental realm first before you see anything physically. So if we think about it like that, you would technically call anybody a crazy person if they're saying that they're manifesting, because in order to manifest, you have to visualize before you actually see it in the physical world. So how about we just completely change the definition of delusional, and instead of making it like a negative thing that is only associated with mental health patients, because that's not necessarily true at all, I came up with my own definition of delusional that we should apply. So if we alter the definition of delusional and say characterized by or holding the true beliefs or judgments about the external reality until they physically appear, then again, a delusional person would just be a person that is manifesting their dream life. So if you want to call me crazy, you damn right I'm crazy. We are thinking about how we want our lives to look. I don't know why it's always around that New Year's time frame that we start really thinking about, what is it that we want? Maybe because we begin to reflect. So if I'm giving an honest reflection of 2022 for me, 2022 was a pretty good year. This was the first year that I started with my content creation pretty much full time. I started in May, and I have been consistent since then. Now, I'm one of those folks, it definitely ain't happened overnight, okay? So don't think that I'm here to tell you that I'm like already leveled all the way up. And, by the way, might as well pop this in here right now. If you did not catch my Go for the Jugular, all the 2023 video and how the 5 steps in order to change your life and really truly level up, I will go ahead and pop that right there. So definitely check that out, because I gave y'all some fire tips in that video. I'm just saying, because we talking about changing our life, right? So I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. But again, when we think about the reflection of 2022, like I said, for me, this was the first year that I got started with my content creation. And again, I didn't this is not an overnight success type story for me. Like, I have had to put in a lot of fudging work, okay? I've had to re-strategize, figure out why is my stuff not growing. It's been a lot. But as I am reflecting and looking back, I'm like, you know, I actually am doing it. Like, I stopped just talking about it and I started doing it. So when we think about the reflections that we've had over the past, you know, this year, prior year, whatever the case, we're truly actually thinking about what is it that I did so that I can do differently the next year. So to me, I don't feel like that's necessarily a New Year's resolution. That's just you taking accountability for however your year went so that you can make the necessary changes so that you can do some shit different. Like, that's what it comes down to. We don't want to keep on doing the same thing. We have to get ourselves off of the hamster wheel and choose to do something different. So as you begin to think about how you want your 2023 year to look, you know, God willing that you have life and breath in your body, because let's just call it what it is. Nothing is guaranteed, okay? But we want to think about how we want that year to look and how we can make changes in order to obtain or manifest the life that you want. So when I say be very, y'all already know. Y'all already know. I told y'all I'm talking too fast. Let me slow down. I get excited. Let me just say, I get excited when I do these videos because I'm just about to sidebar. So stay with me for just a second. I'm about to sidebar. I get really excited when I do these videos, like, because when I started my channel off, I talked about this briefly in another video too. When I started my channel off, I was doing the makeup, you know, the makeup tutorials, the get ready with me's and blah, blah, blah. I was like super stiff in them videos. I was super stiff. I was just, you could tell I wanted everything to be perfect. So I was trying not to mess up on words. And I'm so excited about talking about like really changing your life, because these are the topics that are near and dear to my heart. So if I just seem over the top when y'all are watching these videos, it's because I am truly passionate about getting on here and talking about how people can change their lives, because we have full capability to do so. And I used to be one of those naysayers that would be like, you can't change it, like you just given whatever you're given, and that is not true. So yeah, that's why I be so excited on these videos. I know I just had to sidebar for a second, so let's get back on topic. But I was just, you know, putting that disclaimer out there. But anyway, like I said, be very specific about how you want your life to look. So going back to my other video about being intentional, be very intentional about what it is that you want your life to look like. You have to be very specific. You can't just say, I want a bigger house, I want a better job, I want, you know, blah, blah, blah. Actually get detailed. Think about how you want the hallway bathroom to look. What kind of details do you want in there? I've even sat and asked my kids and my husband, like, well, how do y'all, you know, want the house to look? And at first they were very vague. They didn't understand the purpose of the exercise, but I was like, no, tell me exactly what you want. So like my husband, he's like, you know, I want a man cave. Okay, what do you want in your man cave? Well, I want, you know, a nice recliner couch. Okay, and what else? Well, I want a TV. Duh, you're gonna have a TV. Okay, what else? Like, and so after I got him thinking about what it is that he really wanted, he's like, you know, I want some Green Bay Packers jerseys framed and hung up. I want some Lakers jerseys framed and hung up, because those are his favorite basketball and football team. So he began to tell me the very small details. Even my kids, they were like, well, you know, one of them was like, I want a black and red room with like basketball stuff. And somebody else was like, I want a blue room with a bunk bed that sits up high so I can have a desk. So like I said, be very, very specific, all the way down to the minute details that you don't even think about. Start thinking about those, because as you begin to visualize and become delusional, or whatever you want to call it, you are creating every single image in your head. When you become crazy enough or delusional enough, okay, Becoming delusional as completely means that you have immersed yourself mentally into this visual picture that you have created, and you are so far deep into it that it is real to you. That is the whole point and purpose of manifesting. You cannot drastically bring any kind of change into your life until you are crazy enough to believe that it is already done right now. So for me, I can make a statement like 2023 is going to look completely different. I'm going to have a new house. I'm going to have this, because everything that is on my specific list about how I want my life to look, I am delusional right now. Like, you can't tell me that it's not real. That's how deeply connected I am to the vision that I have created in my head. Don't let anybody tell you that you're crazy to believe that you're already driving a freaking 2023, big body E-Class Benz or whatever it is that you want. Like, you can't let anybody tell you that you're crazy for thinking the thoughts that you have, because the crazy people or the delusional people who really believe in it, those are the people who get it on the back end. So like I said, overall, you cannot bring any kind of change until you are willing to think delusional enough that you already have it and that you've already obtained it. Look here, I get it. I know y'all are probably thinking, Toni, you talking about being delusional and crazy and getting all this visualization going on in your brain and all that. It's hard to do. It is really hard to do. And that's why you have to train yourself to eliminate distractions. I talk about eliminating distractions a lot, especially over the last couple of videos that I've done, because of that specific reason. When you have taken full control over eliminating any and every distraction that you possibly have, you can really begin to hold true to that to the visualization that you are creating in your head. That means eliminate stress, anything that causes you stress. If you've got a toxic relationship with a friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, freaking cut it off, okay? Cut it off. If you've got extra stresses at a job, now, I'm not telling you to just up and leave your job, especially if you've got tenure or if you've got, 10, 20 years on the job. But at what point are you going to make a decision to say, you know what, this is stressing me the hell, Oh, okay, at what point are you going to say, this job is stressing me the hell out and I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to find something else. You guys, I don't know if y'all have realized, but even prior to the pandemic and especially after the pandemic, there are so many jobs hiring. And I know that y'all are only not skilled at one specific thing. So you better start to dig into that box of skills that you got and figure out something else to do. But you have to make the choice to say, I am not going to deal with it anymore. And trust and believe me when I say I am doing a whole lot of cleaning house up over here, okay? Because I don't have time for the shenanigans. I don't have time for the shenanigans. I don't have time for the distraction, because I am trying to change my life. And I cannot do that if I've got this stress and this distraction and all this going on. I don't have the tolerance level to put up with it anymore. And so that is the kind of attitude that you have to decide to have when you're going through this process, because any little thing can get you off balance. And as soon as you get off balance, you start to lose sight of what it is that you have created mentally. And until you can get that in the physical reality, you don't have time to let those small little details become big details and then, consume all of your visualization, and then it just dwindles down. It's gone, okay? Non-existent. I just really want you guys to begin to think about, just look at your life overall. Look at your life right now in the present moment. Take a very, very serious, what is the word I'm looking for? Take an inventory of your life. Start to look at all areas. Like, how relaxed are you? Is there anything that can like just tick you off real quick and get you off balance? Because if you are easily moved from being calm to being pissed off, then you need to reevaluate what's going on with you. Either you're not dealing with some every time, excuse me. Every time I start recording, I start burping. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm taking in too much air when I'm talking with my big old mouth and it's just sucking in all this air. I don't know, but excuse me. I apologize. That is just, I hate doing that. But anyway, Lord. Anyway, I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Back to the gist of the conversation, because I don't exactly remember where I just left off at. Just take an inventory of your life. See, I know what I was saying. If you are easily like pissed off by one little thing, take an inventory of your life, because clearly you're not dealing with something, or you're bottling something in that maybe you just need to release. But nonetheless, you've got to make sure that you completely balanced in order to do the process of manifestation. If you have not dealt with something emotionally, let it go. And I know that's easier said than done, but you have to be willing to go into your silence to figure out if there is anything that is tugging on you, tugging on your spirit, that you need to let go. Anybody can obtain the life that they want, okay? Like literally right now, I've told y'all on the last video, I am right here with y'all. I'm not in my big, new house just yet. I'm not in my luxury townhome or driving the car, this and that. I'm right here with you guys. So as I am changing my life, I'm having these conversations because we can do this process together. And what it comes down to is being willing to do it, being willing to go through the changes to make it happen. I'm here with y'all, but I can only give you so much encouragement. You have to make the decision for yourself. Choose to operate in blind faith. What I realized recently was that I have never operated in complete blind faith. So there's a difference between having faith and walking in blind faith. When you have faith, and we just gonna kind of derail for a second, just for a second. When you have faith, but yet when something happens in your life, you still go into planning mode, okay? You have to cut yourself off completely from doing that. And I have struggled with this myself. It's like, I will say that I have faith, but if a bill come in, I ain't got it, I'm like, oh, okay, what are we gonna do? Maybe we should start shifting this bill, and then we can flip that to, and then you go into planning. That's not operating by faith. When you operate in a total blind faith mentality, you don't know where oh my gosh, did I just say where Lord, you don't know where anything is coming from, okay? You don't know where your finances are coming from. You don't know if you're gonna have this bill, that bill. All you know is that I have faith in what I am doing. I have faith that the Most High is leading me on a path that I'm supposed to, and I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So I know that everything is going to align the way that it's supposed to. Some say the Most High, some say the universe. Whatever you believe, I say the Most High God will create what I need, and everything will align, okay? So you have to be willing to operate in that blind faith mentality and go for it. Because at the end of the day, we have one life. We got one life, one opportunity. That's it. And so when I sit down and I think about, okay, for the last, several years of my life, I've gone through a lot of adversities. I've gone through a lot of struggles, okay? And at what point do I say, do I want to choose the safe route and just work my job? Someone who wants to take a non-traditional route in life, you have to be willing to say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to, fail several times, but I'm going to get up 1,000. So you have to make the decision to say, I'm going to do it. Be delusional as hell. And even if other people are looking at you as if you're crazy, or they're like, you tripping, but you have to block it out. Okay? Block that shit out. Because you don't have time to worry about the naysayers. You don't have time to worry about the negative comments that they're going to throw your way. Be delusional all by yourself. But you know what your vision is. You know the things that you need to do to obtain it. So just go for it. And that's it. That's all you need to do. I want y'all to be delusional, okay? And remember the new term behind the word delusional, because really and truly a delusional person is just a person who is manifesting the life that they want, and that's what it's all about. So I hope you took something beautiful away from this video. Like I said, I'm right here with y'all, so I will continue to, you know, do these videos about changing your life and all that, because we are going to do this thing together. Okay, we're going to be intentional about everything that we do so that we can manifest the life that we want. So if you have not already, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Also hit that notification bell as well, and make sure that you are watching the videos as soon as they go up on the channel, okay? But I'm about to go ahead and get off of here because I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. And I'm about to catch y'all on the next video. So